on me.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Not There Yet, the Shannon series. Episode 4, titled College Advice. Now, this is one of those videos where I told y'all it's going to be everything in between. This is one of those. Alright, so I'm going to give y'all some advice on college for people that's coming in or people that's going back at a certain age or whatever. So, bear with me. If you got any other questions, you can reach out to me on my social media, which I will put in my description below at the end of the video. Alright, so let's get started. So, my first advice to anybody that's coming fresh out of high school is stay on campus your first year. I don't care if you local or whatever. I'm going to tell you something. If you stay on campus that first year, you're going to learn how to be away from home. You're going to become more independent. Because when it's time for you to leave the house, you won't be hesitant. And I can honestly say, even though Oklahoma was 10 minutes for me, that was the best decision I ever made. It was costly at the end, but it made the most sense. Okay. Then I was in the band, baby, so... Period. Anyway, so majors for college, baby. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. I'm all about going for your passion, but make sure that your degree is interchangeable. What does interchangeable mean? You can use it in more than one area. Like for example, my bachelor's degree is in interdisciplinary studies with a focus in criminal justice and business. Now, I'm mostly going to be using the criminal justice side of the degree. We know that. So with my degree, I could get into psychology, I could get into social work, I could get into teaching, I could become a professor, I could do a lot of stuff. So I didn't want a degree where I was only stuck doing one thing if the economy went bad, because you don't want to be stuck in those kind of situations. Trust me. Because the job market already is trash. So make sure that you can use that degree in more than one area. Like for example, if your major is English, I'm pretty sure you could be a writer, you could be a tutor, you could be an English teacher, you could probably do ESL, whatever, which is English as a second language. For people that don't know. So I think that you need to take that into consideration. Okay. Because at the end of the day, y'all, this is your life. You got to pay those student loans back if you take out student loans. Or if you pay the pocket, whatever the situation may be. But most likely, most people that go to college take out student loans. You're going to have to pay those loans back. So really do what you want to do. But make sure that it can realistically work for you. Because to be honest, as a person that is very pro-college, all degrees you really don't need to get. It's a lot of them you really don't need to get. But it does look good on your resume if you have it. Like my sister, for example. She's majoring in digital media, graphic art design, whatever it's called. And that's not a degree she necessarily needs to get in the field. But it looks good because she has the talent to do so. And she got a degree to back her up. So I think I do need to take that into consideration when y'all are saying that, oh, college is a scam. College is not a scam. Y'all just don't take our ass to these events. Y'all don't talk to y'all professors. Y'all don't go to these networking events and all that. But we're going to get into that later in the video. Alright, next thing. What can you do with degrees? Like I said, if you're not sure what you can do with your degree, please do not hesitate to reach out to your advisor. And technology is so advanced today, people on TikTok are telling you what you can do with your degree. Or what you can't do with your degree. So, it's really no excuse to why you can't make your degree work for you. Like, come on now, come on. Also, I should have put it at the top of the list, but I'm pushing up some. Networking and internships. You got to network, you got to intern, especially with certain degrees. Like some degrees, you just come out the gate and go get a job. But if it's something like media or something like that, you're going to need some intern and networking experience. I don't care if it's 4 weeks out the summer you're doing. I know this sounds crazy. I don't care if it's unpaid. Because sometimes you just got to take the opportunity where it's not paid. And I get the whole not want to work for free, but you're getting the experience and you're going to need it. And some people are going to respect you for doing it. Like you might have to go work 4 hours there, work 8 hours there, then go back and work a full-time job. I know this a lot, but you got to go to achieve. So, you got to do what you got to do. How to decide your major in school. Like I said, it's all about your passion and what you want to do. But look at what the school you want to go to is known for, okay? And also, with this Howard thing going on, I want to speak on that. I always wanted to go to Howard when I found out about Howard. I'm like, the Mecca? Like, I'm all about black excellence. So I'm like, Howard just makes sense. But when I started tuition, I said, I don't know now. This might be for the elitist black folks, baby. I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet. But I'm like, all this money that Howard get, I didn't even know they were going through all the issues they were going through, having all the scandals they were going through. Let me tell you something. This is not a HBCU hate page, baby. I am very pro HBCU. But what I'm saying is y'all taking all these kids' money. These folks, y'all take out way more money in loans and get their kids to go there. And y'all ain't even doing what they do with the money. I would feel away too. I just think that Howard need to clean house and get some good people in there. That's all I got to say about that. And I'm being honest, if you're not born into money or whatever, you really don't need to go there because, for what I'm hearing, they getting scholarships and they rescinding them. And baby, the last thing you want to do is rescind a scholarship of mine. You gonna see me. You gonna see me. Because I play by my money ever in your life. So I also feel like can make connections with people on LinkedIn. Like type in criminal justice, and then people will come up, or for the school you want to go to. Type in like, oh, Lamorne College or Howard University. They're gonna come right up. A lot of those people respond to messages. I am on LinkedIn under Shannon Williams, MBA candidate. So if you got questions about Lamorne or the program, I don't mind asking questions. Like I said, I'm gonna post all of those links to my personal social media accounts so y'all can reach out to me, or if you can ask questions in the comments. It's cool either way. Now, let's get down to the misconceptions about HBCUs. For some reason, there's this big misconception that you don't learn in the HBCUs. The degree's not respected, and that you're not gonna do anything with party. Baby, let me tell you something. Before I went to Lamorne, I was going to Delta State 3, 4, 5 years before that. Baby, I partied more at Delta State than I probably would have partied at Lamorne had I went there after Carmel. So I feel like all schools are party schools. It don't matter if it's an HBCU or PWI. All these schools are party schools. And let me double back by saying that, like I said, I'm very pro HBCU. I want all my black kids to go to HBCU. However, if that PWI give you the money, that's where you got to go, because anybody from there be paid stuff back. But I'm going to say this. I'm working hard so that when I have children, they don't have to make them kind of decisions. They can be like, I want to go to HBCU. All right, we're going to pay whatever it is called a day. Because I don't want them not to make them kind of decisions. Because, I mean, in this economy, a lot of people don't have the, what can I say? A lot of people families aren't blessed with the money to pay for them to go out of pocket to Howard. So they might decide to go to Stillman College or whatever, which ain't nothing wrong with Stillman College. It's just an inexpensive option. It's still a good program. Okay. Also, like I said, with networking internships, go to your career days. Please. Go to them career events. Go to the first one so they'll know your face. Follow up with an email 48 hours. I'm telling you enjoyed the conversation and all that. Okay. Then, after that, you need to start building connections with them because they're going to come back again because they're going to come twice a semester. So, go back in and be like, hey, you remember that last time? That's what I did when I applied for DCS. Now, that's a long process. I just need something to do today. So, yeah. That's something I really, really want to do because I have a huge passion for advocating for children and making sure they're in the safest environment possible. So, that's something I would really love to get to. But until then, I got to find something to do, which is probably going to be corrections, but we're going to see how they're going to work out. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that next week, and y'all better not laugh at me. Because I will probably just be going off. And my last one is get involved on campus and go to events, like I said. And I'm talking about like just the social events now, not the business events. Because now you need time to unwind. School is a lot, especially depending on your major. You're going to need that time to just either just unwind and just go to an event and chill, or just do something on campus. Like when I went to Lamorne, I was in homecoming committee. I was in STS, and I was in cab drivers. Now, I know y'all are thinking, what is that? Cab drivers is campus activities board. We made sure that there were a lot of fun events for students to do. Now, mostly did nobody come to those events but campus students, so we more catered to them. That was fine. I didn't stay on campus, but I used to work on campus with them, so I kind of knew what they needed, and then a lot of them knew what they needed, so that just made it a whole lot easier. Then, what was the next one? Oh, when I say go to event, like, oh yeah, no, I was talking about my what I'm involved in, homecoming committee. That was my first homecoming at Lamorne. I didn't go out there that particular day because I had a lot going on, but I kind of went to some of the events during the week. It was great. Like, we planned it out really great. Like, it was nice to see it be properly executed. There was no drama. Like, it was a real cool vibe. Y'all know how schools after homecoming, like, something go on. Nothing went on. The police weren't playing. Campus security weren't playing. Like, they laid it out what they expect. You really couldn't ask for more. Like, I had felt safe. And with Lamorne being in the heart of South Memphis, the misconception that Memphis gets as a whole, then the school being right in the middle of South Memphis, you'd be like, I'm not going there. Because that's what I said when I found out. But baby, if I could do it all over again, I would have went to Lamorne right after Carmel. And also, I was in STS called Setting the Standard. That is I would say that's a good program to get into because Jeremy, Kia, and Miss Rachel, I promise you, they gave me the confidence to like really go into rooms, talk my stuff, and get jobs. Like, and if I ain't qualified, I qualified. But I would say this, they would help you get jobs if you reach out to them. I don't have their phone number. That's why I haven't been able to reach out to them and get the help on the job front, and that's how I end up with the job I got now. But I do definitely feel like take advantage of that because they're gonna feed you. They're gonna give you all kinds of life advice. Like they're gonna basically tell y'all about how insurance works, taxes, budgeting. They're gonna teach you about that stuff. Then you're gonna learn how to properly interview. You gotta dress up for every time you go. So that way you will be comfortable dressing up, and well, you already know to dress up to go to an event, and they're gonna basically tell you how to dress up in the way too. Like not police what you wear, but let you know what's interview appropriate and what's not. So I feel like it was a really good experience, but I've always known how to do that. My mama did not play that. My mom and dad did not play about half-assing to no interview. So especially when it comes to what you wear. So I didn't need that part, but there were people that did. Okay. Also, disclaimer. For people that are on campus and looking for other events to get into, you got student ambassador, you got SGA, you got Royal Court. Like if I had been there the semester prior, I could have been getting them, but I couldn't get those because I had came in the fall. You already to be on campus a semester, so I didn't have a GPA with them, so that's why I couldn't get into all the events I want, all the clubs I wanted to get into. But I got to what I could get into, and I made the best of it. And I do feel like y'all don't want to take y'all college experience seriously. Y'all go out there and just do your work and then graduate. And then you wonder why you can't get a job. Nobody knows you. Yeah, we know you intelligent enough to do the work, but we need to know that you have some experience. That's why when they be like, oh, you need experience. If they're offering internships, take them. Like, I promise you, Lamar sent me emails all through the year about internship opportunities. And then some of them I took, some of them I didn't. But if I didn't, that would have been on me. I'm telling you, these colleges will set you up. Y'all got to be in relationships. Y'all ain't got to kiss nobody's ass to get ahead. That's not what I'm saying. But email the people. Go to the event. Talk to them. You don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I took advantage of the council on campus. Like my mental health was like severely struggling. So I took advantage of that. Then she ended up hooking me up with apple seeds. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, my therapist A1. Yes, black people need to go up there, but I know that we have been taught that it's a luxury of the rich and that black folk don't have time for that. Let me tell you something. They have this thing called a slide scale, so if your ass is broke, you don't have to pay. Or you probably pay little to nothing. So I feel like take advantage of every opportunity that you are given, and you will get ahead. Now, sometimes it might take you a little time to get into a job because some of these jobs have a long hiring process. Let me tell y'all something from experience. If a job hires you in too quick and you think it is too good to be true, it usually is. It usually is. I'm telling you. Y'all, my friend told me, and I quote, hey, she said, you still looking for a job? Like, yeah. So, she was like, Hardman County is hiring. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So, they was like, you can start 2 weeks. I'm telling myself, like, made my friend work for the Pentaform, and it took almost 3 months to get up and down. I'm telling myself, what's the catch? I'm going to tell y'all everything I know on that next week, because I got to leave y'all something. But, you know what? That's all for now. Like, comment, subscribe.